Hi friends, my name is Ravi Roth, and I'm your host of the Gaycation Travel Show. And today I'm headed to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Never been to Oklahoma, but I know the musical. Apparently Tulsa, Oklahoma is one of the top 3 cities in the United States for the most amount of Art Deco. So what is this architecture gonna be like? What is the art gonna be like? The museums, are they gonna have vegetarian food? Will I meet a cowboy? Do they have Southern accents? I have so many questions and I'm so excited to find out. I'll see you in Tulsa! I have arrived. I'm in Tulsa, baby. It was an amazing flight. There were 2 flights because there's not really a direct flight, but it is so warm here. I can't wait to frolic around the city of Tulsa in my tank top and shorts, but now it's time to figure out where to stay. Hotel Indigo is perfect for those looking for an eclectic, Instagrammable, hip feel with a baller rooftop. I start my morning off by coming up to the glorious rooftop here at Hotel Indigo. The Tulsa Club is great for any travelers looking for a swanky, upscale Art Deco vibe. Make sure to check out the local Fab Stays or Airbnbs if you want something a little more secluded that is not in the hustle and bustle of downtown. My first stop on the Gaycation Travel Show tour of Tulsa is the Dennis R. Neal Equality Center.
Here we are in Oklahomans for Equality in the Dennis R. Neal Equality Center, which is our LGBT center right here in the middle of the heartland. We sit in dead center of North America.
And this is the only LGBT center in the state of Oklahoma?
For four state area. Oklahoma gets a bad rap. It's really not the way Oklahoma is. It has a rich history for LGBTQ people who were significant influencers and made impacts in our culture and our nation's history. And so our obligation is to make sure here on Pride Street that they know the real story of Oklahoma.
What is like something I have to do while I'm here?
I would say take the Art Deco tour.
Okay.
And do the tunnel tour where you can hear the story of the Art Deco and the oil boom and see how on the prairie, we carved out this city that was not even supposed to be out here.
I'm so excited to get to know some locals, so I'm spending my first afternoon taking a tour of the bar scene to get the rundown from the humans who actually live here. Okay, what gives you the most life and energy living here in Tulsa?
I would say the community. It is, especially the music community.
Yeah?
There's so much live music all the time, and it's just really fun to go out and mingle with your friends, and sometimes, jump on stage and do some karaoke.
So the people and seeing the street performers and stuff, they just look so energetic, and it gives me energy to dance with them too.
And how do you get around here? How do I get around?
Yeah, scooters. I mean, you can run if you want, but
Do most people have cars?
yeah, a lot of people have. I've seen a lot of scooters actually, mopeds. That would be really fun.
You have great culture, you have a great food scene, great art scene, great dance scene, you have a great gay scene. This is a great sense of culture here, which I really, really appreciate. Everyone is great, super kind. Tips traveling here is to make sure you have a great mode of transportation. A lot of things are condensed in an area like downtown where it's easy walkability, but a lot of the kind of sightseeing, such as the nature walks and the trails and the mountains and the lakes, you will need a car in order to kind of access those things.
Tulsa is full of innovators, as you'll see throughout this episode. We're getting the chance to catch up with Casey, who is one of the masterminds behind Boxyard, a sprawling indoor-outdoor attraction.
So this is a grouping of 39 shipping containers that we put together to create kind of an outdoor shopping mall experience. We've got food, we've got drinks, we've got ice cream, we've got all kinds of gifts and things. 20 different vendors that are here, and it's a kind of a cool walkable district in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
So this is a good spot for tourists to come to. Visiting.
Absolutely. We get a lot of folks that when they come in and they check into their hotels and they go to the concierge and say, what should I go and see? What's a unique thing in Tulsa? We're fortunate enough that a lot of people send them our way, and people usually have a pretty good time.
How cool is that? Next, we're popping our heads into the Inner Circle Vodka Bar to hear about some other events that Tulsa has to offer.
We're at Inner Circle Vodka Bar here in downtown Tulsa, Oklahoma. My name is Andy Cagle. I'm one of the owners. And we're a full bar, but we specialize in vodka. So we do our own infusions. You can kind of see back here. So we can have really great, unique drinks and unique flavors. This is a welcoming bar for everyone. Especially for being in Oklahoma, I was surprised at the number of gay-friendly businesses, and the Equality Center is so fantastic, and just how welcoming people were. You do see everything you'd see in any major city here in Tulsa, and it's, just goes with the flow with everything else. So it's been really great.
3 words that come to mind when I say Tulsa, Oklahoma, go!
Fun, very welcoming and friendly.
Hot, for one. Open, welcoming, and then, I don't know, fun. I would steal that one too, I think.
It's a good mix of Southern charm and no BS. I think that it has great weather, so you get a little bit of cold, but you also get the warmth and the heat. And I think that it's a mini metropolis, so I love the fact that I can go 45 minutes out of town and still be in the country.
Next up is Shuffles, for those who want the social vibe without the bar feel.
Well, I stumbled upon a board game cafe, and as I love board games, I met the owner.
Yes.
So tell us a little about this place.
So Shuffles is a place for all kinds of people to get together and celebrate food and drink and, of course, games.
How many games do you have?
We currently have probably about 16 to 1700.
And this is right in downtown Tulsa.
Yeah, it is.
You heard it here first. Tulsa welcomes everyone with open arms, open minds, and surely needs to be on your bucket list.
It's my first day in Tulsa, and apparently tornadoes are a thing, and the weather's looking it's a little cloudy, like there might be some thunderstorms, but will there be a tornado? I don't know. Dorothy?
I don't even know where to begin when talking about Tulsa's culinary scene. I am blown away by every spot I go to. Here you'll find farm-to-table, high-end dining, and amazing brunch spots. Don't believe me? Let's check out some restaurants up close. Farm Bar is lesbian-owned and features the best farm-to-table meal pairing with wine.
A great place for upscale shopping and dining is on Cherry Street, and tonight we're going to Prosimo Italian Restaurant. And I have some special guests, my dad and my sister, joining me today.
We are here. Prosimo Ristorante is an incredible upscale Italian restaurant featuring a tableside experience.
Mother Road Market here in Tulsa, Oklahoma is the very first food hall in the city. I'm gonna go inside and explore the vegan and vegetarian options and can't wait to check it out.
Mother Road Market and Kitchen 66 are both founded by the Lobeck Taylor Family Foundation. So you're doing a little good while you're eating really well, and you get to try all kinds of things here. Here you can get sushi, you can get chicken and waffles, you can get Nashville hot chicken, spiciest chicken. There's like a warning label on the menu because it's so spicy. You can get like kimchi fries, you can get Brazilian food. You can get ice cream that's literally made like right here in the back. So you can get all kinds of stuff here.
Lone Wolf started as a food truck and serves non-traditional Vietnamese and unicorn ice cream to make it that much more extra.
Edible glitter ice cream. This is the unicorn in a cup. Oh, come on. Oh, come on!
We do things a little bit different. So what we do is Vietnamese street food, and we kind of fuse it with American food. So it's kind of cool because you have these like flavors that people aren't really associated with as being American food, but you have it on a vehicle that's very familiar. So it makes it really accessible no matter what your interest is in Asian food or your experience that you've had with it.
I mean, do you even have an authentic experience going to Tulsa if you don't go to see some live music? We are at Duet seeing some jazz music for brunch.
We could spend a whole season talking about the incredible food options here in Tulsa. Just know that you won't be let down by the food scene here. Art is everywhere. Tulsa is the smallest city in the U.S. to host all three major fine arts with Tulsa Ballet, Opera, and Symphony Orchestra. The museums in this city are extraordinary. First stop is the Gilcrease Museum, the largest collection of Native American art outside the Smithsonian. Let's check in with Mark to learn more.
The Gilcrease Museum offers a visitor an opportunity to experience American history through our collection, whether it's our collection of American art, the cultural objects created over the past 5,000 years of American history, or our collection of rare books, maps, archival documents, like our handwritten copy of the Declaration of Independence, or Paul Revere's Pass to notify the patriots around Boston what was happening at that time. Bringing these objects together for an immersive experience in American history. We're trying to create a museum that is as inclusive and welcoming to anyone who comes into our city, finds their way out to Gilcrease Museum. And the way to do that, I think, is finding ways for them to see themselves in our exhibitions, in our collection.
Tulsa is tuned into their history, and the locals are putting forth a tremendous amount of effort to make sure that all aspects of Tulsa's history are represented. Next up is the Greenwood Center, where we hear the story of Black Wall Street and the struggles of a community that were left out of the history books. In 1921, just 100 years ago, a massacre destroyed the lives of so many Black people here in Tulsa. We are going to meet with Michelle, who is the head of programming for the Greenwood Cultural Center, to learn more.
And I am with Michelle, who is the program director and tour guide, and was just walking us through the largest massacre that I have not learned about.
So Black Wall Street here in the historic Greenwood District was the most prosperous Black-owned business district in the country. The 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre is the event that destroyed Black Wall Street. What's important to note is that by 1925, African Americans completely rebuilt the Greenwood District. We saw the return of the hotels, the movie theaters, the restaurants, the jazz and blues clubs. Black Wall Street would be rebuilt. Tulsa overall is still a wonderful place to visit. It's a wonderful place to live. There's a lot of activity. There's a resurgence of Black-owned businesses in the Greenwood District. So Greenwood, Black Wall Street is thriving again. We have Black-owned businesses at the corner of Greenwood and Archer that are growing and thriving and prospering. And so we invite you to come to the Greenwood Cultural Center, to come visit the Greenwood District and learn more about this history.
One of the best things about a city like Tulsa is outdoor attractions. For those who are traveling with younger folks, families, or you're just looking to tap into your inner child, check out The Gathering Place, which was voted Best City Park in the USA by Time Magazine and USA Today.
I am getting ready to do an influencer shot on top of the Swan. I'm so excited to come here. I have a prop. Let's go.
Once you've soaked up the sun and got your steps in, we highly recommend taking a tour of the architecture of downtown Tulsa. Art Deco is the name of the game here, and Tulsa is the pinnacle of that style, being amongst the top 3 cities in the USA for the most amount of Art Deco.
Art Deco was a period, and it was basically between the 2 world wars. It didn't really come to America until about 1925. It really hit with a vengeance around here the latter half of the 20s, and it stuck around really until just about the end of the Second World War. And so we built buildings like that. And O&G, being our gas company, a conservative utility company, picking Art Deco for their style kind of made it okay for everybody to use the Art Deco style.
Yo, the Art Deco here in Tulsa is off the chain. Gorgeous. Come on, look at this ceiling. We can't fully report on a city without checking out the nightlife. Where are we going?
Someplace I've never been here in Tulsa.
Called?
The Eagle.
The Eagle. For those of you who don't know what the Eagle is, it is a staple bear, otter, wolf, pig, unicorn bar where everyone is welcome. Well, at least that's the Eagles that I've been to. I have no idea what we're gonna get into right now, but let's check it out. The Eagle is a non-pretentious bear bar located a mile from downtown. Majestic is a massive club serving all of the beats right in the middle of downtown. The queer nightlife is small but mighty, and it's fantastic that these spaces do exist. Hopefully more of these spaces will come into fruition in the future. I jinxed myself because I asked if there was going to be a tornado. It actually happened. Okay, I'm being a storm chaser right now, and there might be a tornado. I don't know what's happening, but it is coming down like crazy. This sound, listen, that's a tornado warning. I'm not kidding. So that happened. Pack whatever clothing you need to feel comfortable in while exploring both indoor and outdoor activities. Make sure to pack a light jacket for a potential tornado and plenty of sunscreen if you're going to rock the parks. The best time of year to travel to Tulsa is in late summer or early fall, where you'll find the most events and social gatherings while also enjoying the nice weather. This untapped city that punches well above its weight class is striving day in and day out to do better, be more inclusive, and be a safe space for anyone in the queer community. Okay, y'all, I was blown away by Tulsa, Oklahoma. The rich history of this city, I was not expecting it. I was not expecting the people to be so kind, the art to be so thriving, the Art Deco buildings to be so rich, the museums to be constantly evolving for change, for equality and inclusivity. You know, a city is made up of the people that live there, and everyone I have encountered has just been utterly kind, caring, passionate about what they do. So come to Tulsa, get your cowboy hat. I didn't meet a boy, but you know what? Next week I might, because next week I'm going down to Orlando, Florida. That's right. I'm gonna be going to a Disney park, and I'm gonna be exploring the queer culture in Orlando. Be sure to follow Gaycation Travel Show each week as we dive in, tanked up first, obviously, and show you some known and off-the-beaten-path destinations that should be on your travel bucket list. Stay safe, stay proud, and always remember to live out loud.